Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Happy New Year. If you're in the Philippines, it's already the New Year. If you're somewhere around Southeast Asia, it's already the New Year. New Year's Eve there in America. Drink responsibly, man. Have a good time. Be safe if you're going to use fireworks. But I wanted to start this New Year off with a bang. And I want to ask you a question. I'm just asking a question. Are you addicted to sex? And I want you to take this test that I'm going to give you at the end of this video. You're probably wondering, Cal, why would you even ask a question like that? Well, when you look over your YouTube feed, my YouTube feed, because, the algorithm's going to push certain videos my way, it's all about women. It's all about sex. The passport bro movement, with all the potential that it has, it's been hijacked by sex. Men are traveling for sex, for relationships. What they can't get over there, they're going out in the world to get it. But at what cost? I'm not preaching to anybody today. I'm just asking you the question. We can become addicted to anything, any substance, any activity that's capable of triggering that reward center in your brain. Drugs, alcohol, sex. Sex has always been, seen as a drug. And women are the drug dealers. Because in our societies, it starts with the woman. We have to get her consent. So she's the one who deals it out at her discretion. And it's going to cost you. As a recovering alcoholic and addict, I know a little bit about addiction. And I know that the first step to solving any problem is to admit that you have a problem. That's why I want to talk about it today. I want to talk about it because we hear all these stories about men giving away all their money and going broke. Usually it's a woman behind those stories, and usually when you go even further, it's all about sex. A lot of us, we come over here on a dry spell. We're long overdue. And because what a lot of the women who we deal with overseas in these countries, South America, Southeast Asia, Africa, all they have to offer you is sex. They're going to give it to you whenever you want it. And before you know it, without even knowing it, you can become addicted to it. You hear crack addicts talking about that bell ringer. See, they're talking about the good drugs, that good dope that reaches that pleasure center in their brain. If you smoke some whack crack, like Whitney Houston said, it's not going to hit that pleasure center. But you come over here and you get with the right woman, and she triggers that reward center back there, and she does it enough, man, you're going to become addicted. You're going to be walking around here like an addict. You're going to be under her control. Because I looked it up before I came with the video. I said, well, who's more liable to become addicted to sex, a man or a woman? Well, for every woman who becomes addicted to sex, 5 men. And I'm thinking they're being conservative, really. I'm thinking it's more than that. So I'm going to give you a test at the end of here, but you have to be honest with yourself. I don't care. I don't have to live with any of your addictions, only mine. I wanted to ask the question because the Philippine genre has been taken over by talks of relationships, which, it translates to sex. And we've had these discussions before, but not to the point where I'm talking about it now. Because I want to make an admission. I was wrong because I said, oh, these women over here don't have any special powers. If they had them, they'd use it on themselves to get themselves out of the funky situation that a lot of women find themselves in. But yeah, they do have a special power over men who come over here seeking relationships with women. It's that sex. We'll say, oh, he's whipped. Okay, because that's their weapon. That's really all they have in their arsenal to get what it is that they want to get. We're not placing blame on anybody. We're saying, what can you do to protect yourself against that? Or is there anything that you can do to protect yourself? First of all, just be honest. See? That's the first thing you have to do. So let's take this test. But you have to be honest with yourself. Otherwise, you're going to fail the test. There's no sense in taking it. But the first thing I would ask you is, are you traveling solely for a woman? You're only going to have to answer that. You're coming all this way. You know, remember I created the 8,000 mile club. If you're coming all this way for a woman, for a relationship, for sex, then you could be addicted to sex. Because I'm pretty sure you can get that where you are. So that's the first thing I'm going to ask you. The second thing is that the reason that you're following these vlogs over here about the Philippines and relationships? Because a lot of people are watching these videos, fantasizing about the day they can come over here and be with one of these women. So are you fantasizing more than usual? Because you are. A lot of these Filipino vloggers, their channels are blown up. And all they really have to offer is you looking at them and maybe some skin. But the second thing is, do you find yourself fantasizing about women more than what you would normally find yourself doing? You know, I'm not even going to talk about pornography. We're talking about real life. And if you are boots on the ground and you have made it over here, do you find yourself having sex often, more than usual? And the urge is there. Because remember, they want you to fall in love with them. That's what Marilyn said. They want you to fall in love with them. That's really a nice way of saying, we want to whip you. We're going to give it to you. We're never going to say no. Because we want you eventually to become addicted. And we don't have to ask you for anything. You're going to be wandering around here like a crack addict. It's a wonder that crackheads would do anything for $3 at midnight. That craving takes over. Because nobody starts out drinking or getting high or having a sex addiction. No one goes into it saying, you know what, I'm going to lose my man. I'm going to lose all my relationships. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to end up homeless. Nobody goes into it like that. We think, oh, I'm just going to have a little bit on the weekends. I can handle this. But when you become addicted, the drug has you. You don't have it. It controls you. And I think that's what's happening to a lot of us. We're under the control of women over here because of our desire for sex, our overwhelming desire for sex. And unbeknownst to us, we become addicted because when we don't have it, we crave it. We want it. And we'll do anything to get it. We'll buy a house and lot. We'll take care of children that aren't ours. We'll send people money, strangers, because we're fantasizing. We want it. We'll do anything to get it. We're like dope fiends. But it has to be the good dope. It can't just be this dump. It can't be the garbage weed. It's got to be the fire, man. It's going to keep you coming back. Those are the dope men that make it big. Those are the women who get what they want when they got that fire negotiator. See? Sex is the drug. Women have become the drug dealers because in our societies, it starts and ends with the woman. We got to have her permission. But if you're not careful, man, it can cost you everything. I'm talking from an addict's perspective, man. I didn't start drinking and getting high with the thought of living on the street, losing everything, self-respect, almost to the point of dying. And I see it over here. When you see these men on the streets over here, you can trace that back to a woman, man. Okay? More than likely. That is the power that they have over you. When you go to these countries, Brazil and all these places, Southeast Asia, Africa, Eastern Europe, that's what they have to offer you. And hopefully they want to make you fall in love. They want to whip you. But you have to be careful, man. And if you find yourself addicted, what can you do? You know, a lot of us, you know, when I stopped smoking over 20 some odd years ago, my doctor told me, he said, you know, the reason most people don't stop smoking is because of the withdrawal symptoms that they know are coming. They know they're coming, man. And they would rather die from smoking than deal with the withdrawal symptoms. So it's not going to be easy. So are you traveling specifically for a woman? Because the Passport Bro movement started out with a lot of promise, man. But now all it's turned into is really traveling for sex. That's all it is. When you look at the videos, they got some woman front and center to get you to click on it. She's got a G-string on, a bikini on, or something like that. You know, sex sells. It's not about freedom. It's not about, you know, everything that it should be about, that it started out to be about. It's about women. If you don't believe me, look at these. Look at your feed. It's all about the woman. Do you find yourself fantasizing? Is that the reason you're licking your lips to get over here, man? Because, you know, you're without over there. You're long overdue. You're on a dry spell. So you fantasizing about the day you can get over here and get with a woman. So you're sending money over here to strangers. You're acting impulsively, compulsively. Is that what you do? Are you over here now, your boots on the ground, and you're having sex as long as she'll give it to you? Because I used to brag about it. Oh, I get sex every day. She never says no. Because I had unwillingly become an addict. I already got a compulsive attitude already. I'm compulsive anyway. But I just wanted to talk about it today. I want you to look yourself in the mirror. And, you know what? Am I addicted to sex? Is that the reason why you want to travel and spend all that money? Because it's expensive to get over here. But you got to be honest with yourself. Do you find yourself watching a lot of these YouTube videos, you know, just strictly for the women? Going through the dating sites, spending, you know, hours on the dating sites. You become addicted to the bells and the whistles on there. But sex is a drug, man. Women are the drug dealers. They want to get you addicted. That's the only way they're going to have any control over you. So take that test. If you answer yes to one of those, you could be addicted. See, I don't want anything. This is the reason why I'm fighting, man, for my life to get off this sugar, because I don't want anything as a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, I don't want anything. I don't want to be addicted to anything. I don't want anything to have control over my life, man. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. Are you addicted to sex? And if you are, man, what are you going to do about it? It's not a crime, but it can cost you, man. It can cost you everything. But most of us are in denial. We're always the last to know. They do have a special power over here, and they're going to use it. And they use it very well. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody, man. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Be honest with yourself. Don't fall under the control of anything. Certainly that. Can you be honest with yourself on January the 1st, 2025? And say, you know what? I might be addicted to sex. The urge to have it is overwhelming. I want to do it all the time. I'm on OnlyFans. I'm watching all these videos on YouTube. My sole purpose for traveling is to be with a woman. That's all I think about because I'm long overdue. I'm not getting anything over there. And I know if I get over here, they're willing and ready to give me what I want for a price. It's going to cost you. But at what cost though? Everything? Be careful, guys, because that's the trap. This is what they want to do to you. That's the dark side of it. Because when you travel to these places, that's all these women have to offer, man. If they can get you addicted to that, you're done.